Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's me, Johnny, and welcome back to another one of the Sorare videos. It's been like 12 days since I've been able to upload my last video. If you guys are in the Discord, you would know that I've been extremely busy right now with the launch of FC 24 or FIFA 24, whatever you want to call it. And I've not been able to spend time to record content on here, but we are back because I have a big update for you. So last time around, you guys saw me win Jude Bellingham. I mean, it was amazing. It really, really was. On the 22nd of September, we won him. And look at the scores, man. Look at the scores since then. He has come up with a 100 and 100 after that as well. Jude Bellingham right now is looking like a world beater. I'm so happy that we have managed to win him as a reward. Definitely my best reward ever. And will be here for a long, long time. Now, moving on from that, I need to showcase to you guys that we have done other things as well. So that was around the 22nd, right? That was when we got the reward. No, that might have been 408. Yeah, 408 is where you guys saw me do well last time around. And then in terms of the rewards, I should probably open that tab as well so I can correlate the lineups to everything. Basically, this is going to be an update on things, but also an outlook on what I'm kind of planning here. So in the game week 409, I managed to get a tier 3 in All-Star Rare, and that actually was Jordi Classy, which for a tier 3, I'm amazed. I'm actually really, really happy that I managed to pull this Jordi Classy. I really, really like him. He's a great player. If we look at this season, his performances have been really solid. AZ Alkmaar do look very, very good. So yeah, I'm glad I got him. His last sale, 229 euros. His floor is around 200. And yeah, for a tier 3, I'm extremely satisfied with that. Now, moving on from that, we have game week 410. Again, you can tell how long I've not been able to make content. You can see here at an All-Star Rare Pro, I finished in the 23rd position with this lineup. Sadly, Van Brederode let me down. It is what it is, but others have performed extremely well. But I'm very glad it all worked out in the end. And that got me the 23rd position. But also a tier 2 from the monthly competition of Rare Pro and a tier 3 from All-Star Rare month-long has been won as well. Now, the reward that I won from the All-Star Rare Pro 23rd position was Karim Adeyemi. I do not rate Karim Adeyemi at all, never have, and I was very happy to move him on very quickly. And you know what? Lately, I've been doing something that a lot of people will probably disagree with. It's not the ideal way of running things, but a lot of the rewards I'm getting, I'm immediately either selling to bots. So I'm offering it to bots just to get an offer back. And then I've been asking people in my Discord to kind of match the price if they want to have these players on cheap. And it has worked out really well. Now, obviously, selling players for that low compared to their original floor price is not necessarily ideal. I don't recommend you doing that. But for me personally, it's been something I've been experimenting with lately, where it's like I'm getting instant liquidity into the gallery. Of course, I do list these players up. If I don't get any offers, I move on and I just sell them off to the bots. And it's been working quite well. I've been able to have cash flow all the time. And yeah, Karim Adeyemi was moved on. Now, the other players that I've won alongside him, it was Teemu Pukki. He was the tier 3. I had won him. And you can tell here, I sold him to one of our viewers in the Discord for 70 euros, even though he has been going for around like 100 euros. So again, pay attention in the Discord if you want to get my rewards on the cheap. I'll happily give them back to the community for a discount, so to say. And yeah, moving on from that, we also had Isaksen. Gustav Isaksen is a player that I won. He's been selling for 134 euros. He's absolutely useless. He was great at Midtjylland, as we can tell, but at Lazio, he's just useless. He's not necessarily a player that they want to rely on. So I moved him on as well. Was quite disappointed that he was actually my tier 2 reward. So yeah, moving from there over to game week 411. Now, game week 411 turned out to be a good one. All-Star Super Rare. The first time, I believe, in All-Star Super Rare where I got myself a reward. Now, it was, however, very annoying because Feyenoord again conceded quite late. Really unnecessary goal to concede. I was already on like 420 points even without Sven Mynans having played. So that was really annoying to lose out on a clean sheet, especially because Geertruida and Hartman have gotten decisives, and they had the clean sheet bonus as well, which Hartmann kept because he got subbed off, but Geertruida lost as well, and of course Venreuter lost it as well. So basically like 40-something points that I lost there. And yeah, that would have pushed us up even higher and gotten us an even better rewards. But yeah, it is what it is. Sven Meinans let us down as well. But the under 23 rare team, where I finally got Jude's 100, it was Chevalier, who we just recently have gotten. I mean, this boy has been on fire for me in terms of the returns that he has brought in ever since we got him into the account. I mean, you can see right here, we got ourselves, let's choose me there, and you can see Jude Bellingham, Karim Adeyemi, Joao Pedro. The return on this man has been really, really good, and his gaming yield has been like 600 euros already. So yeah, can't complain at all. Actually, that was the bonus in terms of the money, right? So the players were in total worth 5,000 euros. Really? Not really, because Jude doesn't sell for 4,500. That was like the first mint. That was the price for it. So I guess it would have been like 2,500, I think he's going for right now. So that average would probably drop down to like, I don't know, 600, 500, something like that. But that's still great considering I got him into the club for around, what, 1,500. So basically, he has cost me 1,000 now. And yeah, he's a great goalkeeper. But for some reason, he's been actually dropped for midweek, which is so annoying. Just because they play against a Faroe Islands team in Europe, they're giving the backup keeper a chance, and that ruins an amazing looking lineup for me. I'll show you in a second. But yeah, All-Star Super Rare, we got ourselves a Tier 4. Now, that Tier 4 was Coop Miners. Yes, Pierre Coop Miners, not the good one. The brother that is actually younger and not as great as the other one. I'll have to be fair there. He gets some decent scores, don't get me wrong. He has lately been selling for around, I think 220 euros was his last sale for like super rare. 236. I sold him for 225. He's gone. I don't necessarily have any place where I can utilize this guy properly in capped modes. I don't think he has the upside, so I'm not really interested in it. And he plays in a team that I think is going to get relegated anyways. He might be loaned out or loaned into the team, so I don't have much information about him. Now, Joao Pedro, generally speaking, a great player. Like, really, really good, but rotation is a madness. I cannot have a player that gets subbed on, plays, subbed on, plays, subbed on, subbed on. Like, there's no consistency there. His scores are quite nice, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing talent. I 100% believe on this guy, in this guy for sure. But I have sold him for 303. Yep, I have sold him for 303 straight away to a bot. And Basilbot has made 30 euros in return there. GG's to him. But here is the case where I sold these players instantly because I wanted to have liquidity, right? And that liquidity has now been used to go ahead and get a player that I really want. Now, I have got myself Kingsley Coman, by the way, because I think he's the best winger in the Bayern setup, technically based on his abilities. I love Kingsley Coman. I think it's only a matter of time until he just rips scores. So I've gotten him into the club, but also I've just gotten James Maddison. Yes, James Maddison, in my opinion, one of the best midfielders in the game as we speak, especially because Spurs do not have midweeks. You can rely on this guy on the weekends. And for Tottenham, he has been putting up some unreal performances. And those types of scores, along with the fact that he can get a 75.8 through just AA, 61 through just AA, those things really excites me because whenever he gets a decisive, which is extremely likely nowadays, he just comes up with a huge score. So I wanted another Champion Europe midfielder because I don't have as many. And you can see here, if we go into the last 5 games, he's basically taken all the set pieces. He's taking what is he? Corner taker, he's in there. Free kicks, he's taken as well. Even though this one obviously only showcases the scorers or assists there, but generally speaking, he's on the set pieces for Tottenham. And Tottenham are doing really well, and I fully expect them to be finishing in the top 4. And I'm not against possibly building up into somewhat of a Tottenham side moving forward in terms of like maybe an attacking stack. I would not be against getting Heung-min Son in here because I do think there's quite a lot of correlation between Heung-min Son and others like James Maddison, for example, as you can clearly tell right here. So that's something I could possibly build into down the line. But yeah, things are looking great. I am honestly having a great time. Possibly some of my most successful periods on Sorare. Actually, it is the most successful period I've had in Sorare. And it's great to see because, as you guys remember, I didn't play this summer. I said I'm going to sell on all my America cards and basically prepare for the European season. And things have gone really well. Obviously, some stacks haven't delivered as much as they should, but we still have a long season ahead. So I really love the fact that I've been able to get so many rewards in since the season restarted in 407. So we have gotten rewards in 407, 408, 3 times actually. 409, we've gotten something there. 410, we got Adeyemi and the 2 monthly rewards, which sadly don't show up here. Joao Pedro as a tier 2, which was the highest tier 2 in that position there, basically. And then Colt Miners as well from All-Star Super Rare. So things are actually looking great. Now, this current game week, it's a bit of a shame because the defensive stack of ter Stegen and Koundé, who have been ridiculously good for me. I absolutely love these cards. How has ter Stegen's rewards yield been for me, actually? Let's see. So he has got me not that much yet. He hasn't been in the greatest teams at the moment, but yeah, he's going to get us another reward. And Koundé had a last man tackle, which was amazing. And Porto basically should have gotten something out of this game, but they didn't, luckily for me. Now, Gil, big letdown. I'm really upset that he didn't get anything else here. I'm projected to finish 73rd, which is good. It's going to get us into the ranks where you get the 50 euros, basically, or 48.22. And then you also get a card on top of it, which will be one of the higher ranking tier 3s. So hopefully we can finish within that range. I would love to stay within the money. That's always useful. And yeah, Vieman delivered decent score. Griezmann scored a bicycle kick against Feyenoord, which I actually celebrated. But this is the sad part. This is the super sad part. So as I said, Chevalier is not going to be playing. And I already have a 100 score from Jude Bellingham in this squad. Now, if I get somewhat insanely lucky, and all these boys just ball out and smash it, hey, that's great. We might as well get ourselves yet another reward in under 23. Maybe finish within the rewards, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. And yeah, that could be a possibility. We'll see what happens. If I finish within rewards, it will be great. But at the same time, it will be kind of painful because Chevalier should have played this game. It should have been a super easy matchup because they're playing against a team from Faroe Islands. So that's quite upsetting. But maybe some of the Leverkusen boys don't play, so this team would have been dead anyways. But what kind of annoys me is like Jude Bellingham could have possibly been in this lineup as well. And then we would have had a much higher score, probably another like, what, 50 plus. Maybe like, what would it be? Jude as a captain would have had 126 points. Basically another 60 points on top of it, 58 points. And that would have pushed us up into, I mean, right now we would have been somewhat on the podium. So yeah, it is what it is. Things don't go my way all the time, but at least this team is going to finish within the rewards. And I feel like I've never been this good at playing Sorare. And I want to continue that amazing streak that I've been having. And I do understand a lot of people are kind of like upset about how the market has been falling and all that stuff. But this is normal, guys. This stuff happens all the time. Don't panic. Like if we look at players like, let's say, Kökçü last season, who, by the way, right now is doing his absolute best to fit into my cap teams. If we go back in terms of his price here and look at 1 year, you can basically tell right around this time here in October, that's where like the price kind of peaked for him and then things started going down again. Now, obviously, that's also coinciding with performances. He had 89 and 100, and you can tell here that things are going down. But generally speaking, the way things work is like as we build up into the season, prices go up, but then they start coming crashing down. And Kökçü has not even had a sale lately. He plays every game. Like, I don't understand what Benfica is doing. They are not utilizing him the right way. It's really annoying. But honestly, if I end up being able to put Kökçü into my freaking capped modes, so that's what I'm gonna do. I guess he's not one of the best players anymore, and that's something we just have to accept because others do step up, and this is one of those players that I fully expect to step up. He's up against Luton Town this weekend. I'm definitely going to put him into one of my strongest lineups, and I'm currently building out those lineups. And I think this is what I have so far. So All-Star Super Rare, I'm going to go with the Feyenoord stack against Pek Zwolle, and then Alex Garcia in there against Cadiz. That could do really well. That's going to be my one of the teams that I'm going to be putting out, obviously based on information. We'll see if I'm going to change things around there. And then these are some of the other drafts that I've done so far. We have a 74 score in Champion Europe Rare Pro. We have a 78 score in All-Star Rare. And then we have a very decent score in Under 23 Rare Pro as well. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Again, huge shout out to Sorare Data, guys. Honestly, I would not be able to play this game without it, especially in the lineup builder, especially going ahead and like, let's do this, right? Let's go and build a lineup here in All-Star Rare. I love how I can just go ahead and have these pick scores, right? Which makes such a difference, right? We have the pick scores, and I can basically see how strong this team is. And whenever I see anything above 70, I'm actually quite confident. Anything above 75, I feel like is very, very good for me. So I put these players in, I check out the score, I captain whoever I think is going to do best. And when I see 80 plus, bro, I am so confident. And yeah, it's just great. And these features that Sorare Data are constantly releasing, it is just the best product. Like, it's the best part of Sorare itself, I feel like. So if you guys haven't signed up, please go ahead and do so. Link in the description. I haven't made a video in quite some time, but today I would love for you to go ahead and become a member on Sorare Data. I believe above 80% of people that win rewards on Sorare itself are Sorare Data members. So if you want to profit off of that too, go ahead and use the link in the description. And of course, use the code Johnny when you do end up signing up for Sorare Data. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one, hopefully with another decent reward that we get out of the All-Star Rare competition. And maybe Chevalier somehow plays, which I don't expect. But then again, maybe the other lads just score 100 points all across them. So we'll see what happens in Under 23 Rare. I'll catch you next time. Take care and peace.